is coming to an end, and I just want to reflect on the entire semester of English 160. Because honestly, it was a great semester. So starting things off, when I first showed up to my first day of class, the beginning of the semester, I was extremely nervous because English 160 was my first ever college class in person, and I showed up nervous, like, man, I'm gonna have to write so many essays. This is gonna suck. But honestly, the atmosphere in the class in general was just amazing, and just Professor Luft in general made the class so much more fun than I ever thought it would honestly be. And now because of it, I was able to learn so many new skills. So starting off with the first assignment, I was I was not looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm like, man, this is a college paper. It's gonna suck. But just like a game, it had its own levels, and each level kind of got harder, but each one prepared you for the next. And um, every level would always make me use my knowledge from the level before it. The first assignment was extremely hard because we had to write about choosing our major and what made us lean towards UIC, and that was kind of hard because I never really thought about it in a way of writing of why exactly I chose UIC out of everything. I always knew I wanted to go here, but I never knew exactly why. So it really made me think. And then moving on to level 2, group work, that was hard. I That was my first group assignment in college, and I honestly was pretty scared. But I was able to persevere through it with my teammates. It was our hardest challenge yet, but we got it done. And then finally, level 3 was extremely hard. I showed up to class that day, and we had the overview of level 3, which is a personal essay again, but it was about who we think should go to college. That was extremely hard, but I was able to persevere through it because of the things I learned. And in that class, I feel like the best things I've learned in English 160 had to have been I would have to say it was either my quotations or my argumentative like structure, the way I've explained sources I use. And I say that because whenever I write, I usually post a source. You have to talk about it better. You have to pick it apart and explain why you chose that exact source and why it supports your argument. I never really was good at doing that before English 160, and I was able to learn thanks to Professor Love, my peers, and those in class slides. Those were a major help. They always helped me. And finally, my quotations. I always thought they were good, but then I got to Professor Love's class, and well, just looking at the way he explained things, I definitely had plagiarized something before. And I able to extend those papers. I no longer really dread having like multiple page essay because I learned how to work on my quotes instead of it being from like one or two lines and then you say the source you got it from. Our professor showed us how exactly we can expand on it, better ways to describe it, better ways to cite it. Just overall, it really helped lengthen your paper, and it just made the structure overall a lot better, and it made the paper sound so much better. And then lastly, that brings me to level 4, which is the final assignment that I'm doing right now. The creative element is just by far my favorite assignment of college, probably so far, because of how fun it is. We were basically set on our own, besides our paper, to do anything to resemble the semester and how we felt about the semester. And I just thought that was awesome because no other teacher allows that. And it opens up so many more possibilities for me to explain things and use my own specialty to explain the semester, like making videos. That's a specialty for me, and I'm really good at doing that, which is why I love the creative elements aspect. It makes this assignment 100 times better. And then for my final point, I want to talk about just the class in general and the memories I made. Like when Professor Love told us some kid used to record him in class for his final assignment. That was pretty funny. Just random little talks and moments like that really just made me feel better and more excited to go to that class every day and a lot more motivated to do my work. And Professor Luft in general was he was just straightforward professor. He was always there when you needed him. He was just very open-minded to different ideas or aspects or anything you would talk to him about. He was very open-minded to it. And overall, the class vibe, even my peers like CJ, they were great and they were always helpful to me. And I know a lot of people would not say this, and I personally am not gonna miss the work. I'm definitely not gonna miss it, but I will say I'm going to miss the class because of Professor Luft and my peers. They were just a huge help in every day showing up to that class. It was just a fun atmosphere, and the games we played at the beginning of the class, they always helped me, and they were just so fun to start your day, and they made you just feel better and more motivated. And just the class structure in general, it was a great game and semester, and I truly am going to miss it. And with that, I guess the game of English 160 has come to an end. There's a lot of things I will never forget. Although it's over, I'll always have the skills I learned and the memories I've made. And I guess GG to a great game and semester. And thank you, Professor Left, for everything you've done. I really do appreciate it. You were my, I would say my favorite professor of the semester. You were a huge help. So thank you for everything. And farewell, English 160.